Hello, my name is Julia, and I come from the beautiful country of Spain. This is the story of how I learned English, a journey that has been filled with challenges, triumphs, and countless moments of discovery. It's a story that spans years, and I hope that as you read it, you'll find inspiration and perhaps see a bit of your own journey in mine. From as far back as I can remember, I've always had a deep love for music. As a little girl, one of my favorite pastimes was sitting by the radio, eagerly waiting for my favorite songs to play. The melodies captivated me, and I would often find myself humming along, lost in the rhythm and emotions of the music. Interestingly, many of the songs I adored were in English, a language that, at that time, was completely foreign to me. I didn't understand the lyrics at all, yet there was something magical about the way the words sounded, the way they flowed with the music. I would close my eyes and pretend to sing along, imagining what the words might mean, and in those moments, I dreamed of the day when I could fully understand and sing the lyrics of the songs that brought me so much joy. When I started school, English classes were introduced as part of the curriculum. I was thrilled at the prospect of learning the language of my favorite songs, but I quickly realized that it wasn't going to be as easy as I had hoped. Our teacher spoke English fluently and quickly, which often left me struggling to keep up. The words seemed to blur together, and I found myself feeling lost and overwhelmed. Despite these challenges, I was determined not to give up. I made a promise to myself that I would work hard and do whatever it took to learn this beautiful language. At home, I spent countless hours studying. I would repeat words and sentences out loud, trying to mimic the sounds as closely as possible. My parents noticed how much effort I was putting into my studies, and they became my biggest supporters. They encouraged me every step of the way, always reminding me that with hard work and perseverance, I could achieve anything. Their belief in me gave me the strength to keep going, even when I felt discouraged. One day, my parents surprised me with a special gift that would change the course of my language learning journey: a small, pocket-sized Spanish to English dictionary. I was over the moon with excitement. This little book became my constant companion. I carried it with me everywhere I went, eager to look up any new words I encountered. It didn't matter where I was, at school, at home, or even on the bus. I would pull out my dictionary and search for the meanings of words that caught my attention. Slowly but surely, I began to recognize some of the words in my favorite songs. It was a thrilling experience, like uncovering hidden treasures. Each new word I learned brought me closer to understanding the lyrics that had always been a mystery to me. When I was 10 years old, my family planned a trip to London, a city that, to me, represented the heart of the English-speaking world. I was incredibly excited, but also a bit nervous. I knew that this trip would be a real test of my English skills. Up until then, my exposure to English had been limited to the classroom and my beloved dictionary. Now, I would be in a place where English was spoken all around me, and I would have to use the language in real-life situations. As our plane touched down in London, I felt a mix of emotions: excitement, anticipation, and a touch of anxiety. The city was unlike anything I had ever seen before. The bustling streets, the iconic red buses, the historic buildings, it was all so new and fascinating. But what stood out to me the most was the sound of English everywhere. People were speaking it in the streets, on the buses, in the shops. It was exhilarating, but also a little overwhelming. On our first day in London, we visited a cozy little cafe. My father, who had always been a great source of encouragement, suggested that I try ordering our drinks in English. My heart raced at the thought. This was my chance to put all my hard work into practice, but the fear of making a mistake loomed large in my mind. Nevertheless, I knew I had to try. I took a deep breath, approached the counter, and with my hands trembling and my voice shaking, I said, "Can I have 3 coffees and 1 juice, please?" To my immense relief, the waiter smiled and nodded, understanding exactly what I had said. It was a small victory, but to me, it felt like climbing a mountain. That simple interaction gave me a newfound confidence. For the rest of our trip, I made it a point to use English as much as possible, even if it meant stumbling over words or making mistakes. Each day, I learned something new, and by the time our trip came to an end, I noticed a significant improvement in my listening skills. I could understand more of what people were saying, and it felt like I was beginning to unlock the language that had once seemed so out of reach. Returning to Spain after our London adventure, I was more determined than ever to continue improving my English. I realized that the key to mastering the language was exposure and practice, so I sought out every opportunity to immerse myself in English. I started watching English movies with subtitles, which became a daily ritual. At first, I relied heavily on the subtitles to understand the plot, but over time, I found myself recognizing more and more words without needing to read them. It was a slow process, but with each movie I watched, my comprehension improved. I introduced new activities and methods in my classes that made learning English more engaging and effective. My students responded positively, and I could see that they were more motivated and enthusiastic about learning. I also shared my experiences with my colleagues at the school, and we worked together to improve our teaching methods and to create a more dynamic and supportive learning environment. As the years have gone by, I have continued to learn and grow as a teacher. I've attended more training programs, read countless books on language teaching, and participated in online courses. I've also connected with other English teachers around the world through social media and professional networks. These connections have been invaluable, allowing me to share ideas, resources, and experiences with others who share my passion for teaching. Looking back on my journey, I am amazed at how far I've come. Learning English wasn't always easy, but it was one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. It has opened countless doors for me, giving me opportunities and experiences I never would have imagined. It has also allowed me to help others on their own language learning journeys, which has been incredibly fulfilling. I hope that my story inspires you to pursue your own language learning goals, whether it's English or another language. Remember, it takes time, effort, and patience, but with determination and passion, you can yourself and never stop striving for improvement. The road to mastering a language can be long and winding, but every step you take brings you closer to your goal. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and always keep your passion for learning alive. As I continue my journey as an English teacher, I am reminded of the reasons why I fell in love with the language in the first place. The joy of discovering new words, the thrill of understanding complex texts, and the satisfaction of communicating effectively with others are experiences that I cherish deeply. Each day in the classroom is a reminder of how powerful language can be in connecting people and opening up new worlds. In addition to teaching, I have also started working on a project close to my heart, a language learning app designed to help people of all ages improve their English skills. The app combines interactive exercises, engaging content, and personalized feedback to create a dynamic learning experience. It's a project that allows me to share my love for English with a broader audience and to contribute to the global community of language learners. One of the most rewarding aspects of working on this app is receiving feedback from users who have made significant progress in their English learning journey. Hearing their success stories and knowing that I have played a part in their growth is incredibly fulfilling. It reinforces my belief in the power of education and the impact that learning a language can have on a person's life. As I reflect on my journey, I am grateful for the support and encouragement I have received along the way. My family, friends, mentors, and students have all played a crucial role in my growth as both a learner and a teacher. Their belief in me and their support have been invaluable, and I strive to pass that same encouragement on to my students. To anyone who is embarking on their own language learning journey, I offer this piece of advice. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. There will be moments of frustration and doubt, but remember that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Surround yourself with supportive people, seek out resources that inspire and motivate you, and never lose sight of your goals. The journey may be long, but the rewards are well worth the effort. In the end, learning a language is more than just acquiring new vocabulary and grammar rules. It's about connecting with others, understanding different perspectives, and opening yourself up to new experiences. It's about embracing the beauty of communication and the richness of culture. As you continue your journey, remember that you are not alone. There are countless others who are walking the same path, and together, we can support and inspire each other to reach new heights. Thank you for joining me on this journey through my story. I hope it has inspired you to pursue your own language learning goals with passion and determination. Whether you're just starting out or have been on this path for a while, remember that every step you take brings you closer to your dreams. Keep moving forward, stay curious, and never stop learning. Your journey to mastering English, or any language, is a testament to your dedication and your love for discovery. Embrace it, celebrate it, and continue to grow. The world is full of opportunities, and with language as your tool, you can unlock them all.